If you were to translate Lanett quarterback Kadarius Zackery's name, it would translate to dynamite. Well, that might not be the exact translation, but he was dynamite in last week's game. Zackery had more than 600 all-purpose yards and 4 touchdowns. That performance is what earned him the title spot, Player of the Week. Kadarius, you had an unbelievable game last week. Multiple touchdowns, more than 600 all-purpose yards. What was that like for you?
It felt great just knowing that I could come through for my team in a big regional game and win the region championship.
So y'all moved up to 2A this year. What is it like being able to win the region your first year in the new 2A classification?
It feels great just knowing that we just came from 1A and knowing that we could compete with the 2A school, so it feels good.
Now, I know this Lanett team has a lot of really good football history, but what makes this year's team a little bit more special for you?
This year is very special because of COVID and knowing that we went through so many obstacles this summer and overcame them just to win the region championship, and we're going to keep fighting, and hopefully we'll be in Tuscaloosa in December.
I know it's going to be really hard to top the game you had last week with more than 600 yards, but how do you try and do that next week and as you look forward to the playoffs?
Just keep working day in and day out and stay locked in during practice and just watch film and just study the other team, and hopefully I can just have a game out there every day and just show out.
A lot of people don't really get to know the Kadarius off the field as they see you on the field as the athlete, so I'm going to try and get to know you a little bit more off the field. And, you know, everybody's favorite part about being in high school has to be the school part of it. So what is your favorite class you're taking right now?
My favorite class right now is English, 'cause I like to read and all that. And my second favorite class is PE. So in PE, all we do is work out, play basketball, so it's good to me. I just stay active.
So you said you really enjoy English and PE, and I know college is just around the corner. Where do you kind of see yourself maybe doing at a college degree level?
Probably go into sports management and see what I can do with that moving forward.
I know every little kid has that dream career they always see themselves being. What was your dream career as a little kid?
Going to the NFL, really. That's all I really have been thinking about, honestly, just to being a pro athlete.
So growing up wanting to be an NFL player, which NFL player would you say you've tried to model your game after the most?
Cam Newton. I've been watching him since he's been at Auburn, and he's one of my favorite players. So I try to model my game after him. And on defense, I try to model my game after Deion Sanders. 'Cause every Friday, I watch his highlights before the game, and it gets me hyped up every Friday.
Speaking of Cam and Deion Sanders, who is your favorite NFL team?
The Falcons. The Falcons are my favorite team. But right now, it ain't looking too good, but I hope they can fight through it and make it to the playoffs.
If you could pick one Falcons player that's your favorite this year, I know it's pretty hard because they're not doing too great, but they finally got a win. What player would you say is your favorite this year?
Julio Jones. Julio Jones is the player that I pick.
We talked about football a little bit. What would you say is your earliest football memory?
Rec league, I was like 7, and we was on like the 1-yard line, and I remember catching the ball and running 100 yards, and my pants fell down halfway, so I had to run halfway to the touchdown with my pants down. So that's probably one of my favorite memories of football.
And then what would you say has been one of your favorite memories of high school football?
Really last Friday, because I never really had a game like that, and 600 yards is a lot for a high school player, so I say that's one of my favorite moments in high school.
So I know you kind of mentioned before you like other sports too, including the NBA and basketball. So what makes you like basketball?
Basketball was, when I was younger, one of my favorite sports, but I moved towards football, but I always just like basketball and just watching the NBA, so that's really.
I know NBA championships just wrapped up, but who was your favorite team this year? I guess almost every year. Who's your favorite NBA team?
I'm not really an NBA team type of person. I just go wherever LeBron is. So LeBron, I'm like more of a LeBron fan. So wherever he go, I go.
Well, we'll end on something a little bit fun and lighter. I know Halloween is just about a week away. Every kid has their favorite Halloween costume they always wear. I ask this question almost every week. So growing up, what would you say your favorite Halloween costume was?
A Spider-Man. Every year I'll probably dress up as a Spider-Man, something like that. So I'll go with Spider-Man.
Well, Kadarius, congratulations on winning this week's Player of the Week, and good luck next week.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.